Story, Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci could be back on stage by the summer. That's after he serves time for a racketeering case in Fulton County. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse. And Michael, YFN Lucci was facing life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Yeah, Fred, YFN Lucci was one of several defendants named in this RICO indictment. At one point, he was charged with felony murder, and if he had been convicted on that, he could have been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But this week, the start of the third week of jury selection, they found a negotiated plea. They struck a deal with prosecutors. Let me take you back. YFN Lucci, again, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, was sentenced as part of this negotiated plea to 20 years in prison with 10 years to serve for his alleged role in a 2020 deadly drive-by shooting. Now, as part of the negotiated plea, Bennett will get credit for time served, which means in about 3.5 months, he will go before the Pardon and Parole Board. The DA's office has also agreed to send a letter that shows they are not opposed to his early release. So according to his attorneys, he could be out by the summer based on that negotiated plea. Now, again, prosecutors said that Bennett was behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV that was used in a gang-related shootout that left one of his passengers dead at the end of 2020. And then he was, of course, charged in that RICO case. Now, one of the trials we've been talking a lot about is YSL. That's the one involving Young Thug. And a lot of people, especially, there's been a lot of chatter that potentially YFN Lucci would be a witness in that case. Well, I spoke with his attorney, Drew Fendling, after this negotiated plea, and this is what he told me about his client appearing on the witness stand. And so many rumors on the internet that this negotiated plea, that we are soon going to see him as a star witness in the YSL case. What can you tell people that are...
Anybody that says that's a liar, we all just went to court today, clear as day. There is no cooperation in the YSL case. He will not be testifying in that case. Anybody wants to subpoena him, we'll file a subpoena to quash that subpoena. He wants nothing to do with that case. He's made that clear for 3.5 years. He has said he knows nothing and he will not participate in that case.
Yeah, and he reiterated that to me a couple of times. Again, no matter what the state says in the YSL case, he says he will not be in that courtroom testifying. Now, I will say that before Bennett was sentenced, he did apologize to the victim's friends and family, as well as his friends' family as well. We're going to have much more coming up on Channel 2 Action News this afternoon. For now, we're live in downtown Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
I thank you very much.
Okay, y'all, so it's official. YFN Lucci has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Can you imagine that? So they gave him 20. He's probably going to be there for at least 10 years or 13 years if he's on his good behavior. And it's sad because he actually had a lot of potential. Imagine yourself, he was one of the hottest rappers in the game, made a lot of money, but he decided to be connected to the street life and do things in the streets. And this is what happened. This is what I'm trying to tell people. If you want to be, a real street dude, you got to realize that this is what's going to happen to you. Either prison or in a box. For what? And now we're waiting for Thugger also. And I think that Young Thug is probably going to get 10 years, as well. The thing is, they offered him a deal and he said, F that, take it to trial. And y'all need to realize, when you take it to trial, it's going to be you versus the United States of America. So let me know what y'all think about this.